When we think of great leaders in the Bible, names like Moses, David, or Paul often come to mind. But today, I want to talk about a powerhouse leader who might not be as famous, but whose story is just as incredible. Her name is Deborah. She was a prophet, a judge, and a military strategist all rolled into one. In a time when men typically held all the power, Deborah stood out as a beacon of wisdom and courage, chosen by God to lead his people. So, who is this remarkable woman? The book of Judges tells us that Deborah would sit under a palm tree, and the people of Israel would come to her to have their disputes settled. Think about that for a moment. She was the highest court in the land. People trusted her judgment and respected her connection with God. She wasn't just giving good advice. She was delivering God's wisdom to the nation. This wasn't a role she inherited or fought for. It was a calling she embraced with grace and authority. Her leadership was so influential that an entire era was defined by her presence. But Deborah's leadership wasn't confined to peacetime. Israel was under the harsh rule of a Canaanite king for 20 years, and the people were suffering. They cried out to God for a deliverer, and God spoke through Deborah. He gave her a direct command to summon a man named Barak and tell him to gather an army of 10,000 men to fight against the Canaanite general, Sisera. This was a huge risk. Sisera's army was formidable, equipped with 900 iron chariots, the most advanced military technology of the day. Israel, on the other hand, had been disarmed and was completely outmatched. Now, here's where the story gets even more interesting. Barak, the chosen military commander, was hesitant. He told Deborah, "If you go with me, I will go. But if you don't go with me, I won't go." He recognized that her presence, her connection to God, was the key to their success. He needed her faith and divine guidance on the battlefield. Deborah didn't back down. She agreed to go, but she also prophesied that the honor of defeating Sisera would not go to Barak, but to a woman. She was a leader who didn't just give orders from a safe distance. She led from the front lines, inspiring confidence in those around her. And just as Deborah prophesied, that's exactly what happened. The battle unfolded at Mount Tabor. God sent a massive rainstorm, turning the battlefield into a muddy swamp, rendering Sisera's iron chariots completely useless. The mighty Canaanite army was thrown into chaos and defeated. Sisera himself fled on foot and sought refuge in the tent of a woman named Jael. While he slept, Jael, in a stunning act of courage, ended the threat he posed to Israel for good. A woman, just as Deborah had foretold, was the one to bring down the enemy commander. After the victory, Deborah and Barak sang a song of praise to God, which is recorded in Judges chapter 5. It is one of the oldest and most beautiful poems in the Bible. It recounts the entire story, celebrating God's power and honoring the courage of those who stepped up, including Jael. The song ends with a powerful statement, "So may all your enemies perish, Lord, but may all who love you be like the sun when it rises in its strength." Following this incredible victory, the land had peace for 40 years. Deborah's story is a powerful reminder that leadership isn't about gender, status, or military might. It's about wisdom, courage, and obedience to a higher calling. She was a mother in Israel, a guiding light in a dark time, who used her God-given gifts to deliver her people. Her legacy challenges us to recognize and empower the leaders in our midst, no matter what they look like or where they come from. It teaches us that when we have faith and act with courage, we can overcome seemingly impossible odds. What do you find most inspiring about Deborah's story? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more stories of incredible figures from history, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.